Good morning, students. A warm welcome to Science Online class for 8th standard. Today, we are going to see the next lesson, Reproduction in Animals. Okay, students. Today, we are discuss about this topic, reproduction, types of reproduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproductions, binary fission, budding, fragmentations, sexual reproduction, sperm cell, egg cell, fertilization, oviparous, viviparous, reproduction in human beings. Okay, students, we are going to see the lesson in briefly. What is reproduction? The process through which a living thing produces a new living organism like itself is called reproduction. Okay, students, and then the tigress gives birth to cubs. A hen lays eggs from which chicks hatch. A mango tree produces a large number of seeds during its lifetime, from which many new mango plants can grow. Even the unicellular bacteria, paramecium, and amoeba produce new individuals. Then, what is the importance of reproduction? Reproduction allows organism to continue to live on the earth from one generation to the other. Okay, students, and then types of reproduction. There are two types of reproductions, asexual reproduction and sexual reproductions. Let us see the asexual reproductions. Asexual mode of reproduction, only a single parent is involved in producing new organism. Okay, students, only single parent is involved in producing new organism. There are different kinds of asexual reproduction. Then first one, binary fission. This type of asexual reproduction in which unicellular organism divide to form the new cells. For example, bacteria and algae. And then next one, budding. This type of asexual reproductions in which organisms reproduce by growing buds. The buds separate from the parent and grow as individuals. Example, hydra. And then last one, fragmentation. This type of asexual reproduction in which organism reproduce by the divisions of the body into two or more pieces. Each pieces then grow the parts that are missing and becomes a complete new animal. For example, planaria and flatworms. Okay, students, can you understand what is that asexual reproduction and what are the types of asexual reproductions? And then next one, sexual reproductions. Plants and animals has reproduces sexually. These animals have separate male and female individuals. The male and female individuals possess different reproductive systems. Okay, students, and then very important, hermaphrodite. What is that hermaphrodite organism? An organism in which both the male and female reproductive system are present in the same individual. It is called hermaphrodite organism. The best example is earthworm. Okay, students, and then next one, the sperm cells and the egg cells. The male animal possesses a pair of reproductive organs called testes. Each testis is a mature male produces sperm cells. The female animal has a pair of ovaries. The ovaries produces egg cells. The sperm and egg are special type of cells called gametes. Sperm is the male gamete and the egg is the female gametes. Okay students, and then next one, fertilization. The fertilization is very important, and then the process of fusion of the nucleus of the sperm cells with the nucleus of an egg cells. It is called fertilizations. The fertilization, there are two types of fertilization, external fertilization and internal fertilization. External fertilization, eggs are fertilized outside of the body. Okay student, that is called external fertilization. The best example is aquatic animal, fish and frog. The female animal releases eggs in the water. At the same time, the male releases sperms in the water. The female animal releases the eggs more, but less only survive. Okay student, the sperm swim in water and on reaching an egg, one of them penetrates the egg and fertilizes. The fertilized egg remains in the water and develops into a new individual. It is called external fertilization. The fertilization will be occurring outside of the body. Okay student. And then next one, internal fertilization. Fertilization which takes place inside the body of the female. Then what is internal fertilization? Fertilization which takes place inside the body of the female. It is called internal fertilization. It is best example human, dogs and cow. And the next one, oviparous. Animals which lay eggs are called oviparous. Okay students, then insects, spiders, reptiles and birds. The female lays fertilized eggs which can develop into new individual. The fertilized egg is covered with a shell. Can you see that egg? The outer covering of that hard substance, it is shell, which protect it from the external environment. On receiving proper warmth, the young one develops inside the egg. And then next one, butterflies and moths, there are few stages of development. For example, a caterpillar hatches from an egg of a butterfly. The caterpillar is the larval stage in the life cycle of butterfly. The larva turns into a pupa and the pupa becomes a butterfly. The changes that occur during the development of this animal is known as metamorphosis. And then next one, mammals give birth to young ones. Animals which give birth to young ones is called viviparous. And then reproduction in human beings. Male reproductive system. The male reproductive system consists mainly of a pair of testes, two sperm ducts and a penis. The testes are located in the scrotal sac that produce sperms. Sperm are very small in size. Each has a head, a middle piece and a tail. The process that produces sperms is called spermatogenesis. Can you understand now what is that spermatogenesis? This process that produces sperms is called spermatogenesis. And then female reproductive system, it is made up of ovary, fallopian tube and the uterus. The ovaries produces ova. Ova means eggs through a process called oogenesis. Okay students. And then next one, very important, fertilization and development of embryo. What is fertilization? Already we have discussed the first in the class, isn't it? Then what is fertilization? The fusion of the nucleus of the sperm with the nucleus of the egg. It is fertilization. The fertilization of the human egg cell by the sperm mostly takes place in the fallopian tube. The fertilized egg cell is known as zygote. The zygote begins to divide and move towards the uterus. By the time of fertilized egg reaches this uterus, it has divided into few cells. On reaching the uterus, the fertilized egg inserts into the wall of the uterus. After a few days, an organ called placenta develops where the egg implants. The developing zygote is now called the embryo. As the human embryo develops, it gets enclosed to a thin membrane called amnion. The amnion forms a kind of bag around the embryo and is filled with a watery fluid called the amniotic fluid. After a few weeks, the embryo begins to resemble a human being and is called the fetus. It takes about 36 to 40 weeks or 9 months for a human child to fully develop to the mother's womb. This period is known as pregnancy. And another one is menstruation. What is menstruation? The process in a woman of discharging blood and other material from the lining of the uterus at intervals about 1 lunar month. 1 lunar month means 28 days once. From puberty until the menopause, except during pregnancy. The only menstrual cycle is about 28 days, but can be as short as 22 days or have a longer duration of about 36 days. And another one is, how does the fetus get nourishment? How does the fetus get nourishment? Nourishment means nutrients. Attached to the navel of the fetus is a flexible strand called the umbilical cord. The umbilical cord runs from the fetus and connects with the placenta. The placenta is attached to the wall of the uterus and is richly supplied with blood vessels. The umbilical cord connects the fetus with the circulatory system of the mother. This connection supplies the fetus with oxygen and nutrients from the mother. It also takes away carbon dioxide and other waste products from the fetus blood into the mother's circulatory system. And then malnutrition. Malnutrition means shortage of nutrients. Malnutrients during pregnancy or when the mother is feeding the baby can cause severe health problem in both mother and a child. Okay students, this lesson is completed. I hope you are good understanding this lesson. Thank you.